All right, for this last part of the tutorial, we're going to set the score. Whoops, we're going to go to lightning. I've added from the data another brick to set score to 0, and we have the live sets to 3. But this time we're going to go into the backdrops and create a game over screen. So to do that, I've grabbed the events tab, and I wanted to switch the background to number 1 when it starts. But eventually, when the game's over, I need to switch it to a second background. So we're going to create our own. And to do that, we're going to duplicate this one. And we're just going to change the colors around. And I've chose blue and yellow, and we're just going to change this gradient here. And we fill it out, and that looks pretty ominous to me, but I'm going to flip it over so that, there we go. So now we have our ominous sky, and we're ready to move on with our game over screen. We're going to add text that says, game over, but you can't read that. So you have to make sure to change it to a color that can be read. So maybe actually red. We might make this bigger. Very big. You've lost the game. Move it. Make it a little bigger. Yeah, so there we go. So we have our text for that. We have our game over. We're going to save this backdrop. It's backdrop 2. So we're going to go back to our script. So what we're going to do now is add the code in. So when the game starts, we're going to have the backdrop, the regular normal first backdrop. We want to go to controls and wait until the lives go down to 0. So if we want it to wait until the lives are 0 for the game to end, then we need to go to these operators, and we need it to be the lives are equal to 0. So we're going to do 0 and go to data and grab the lives tab, brick. Then we're going to back to looks, and we're going to switch the backdrop and wait. We're going to switch the backdrop and wait. And the reason we're going to wait is because we're going to play a ominous sound. It's not going to be pop. So we'll go back to here, go to sound. We'll pick a new sound. What sound do we want though? We're going to go to animal. Whoops. Do we want it to be this? Oh, that sounds too nice. We don't want it to be a goose. We don't want it to be that. That sounds too happy. A squawk. Ooh, maybe a wolf howl. That sounds scary. Let's do that. So we'll choose the wolf howling. We'll go back to script. We'll change the sound to the wolf howl. And then we will go to the controls. And when this sound plays, everything stops. So if we lose 3 lives, 1. Ooh, spooky. There we go. So the next thing we want to do, we're almost done. We're going to go back to the when the events, when the green flag is clicked. We're going to add some background sound. We're going to get the forever. We want it to be the same sound going forever. We're going to do play sound until done. But we're going to change, we're going to change the sound. So we'll just go back. We'll look for musical loops. You can choose any songs or loops that you want. And what about this medieval? That sounds a little happy. What about dance music? All right, that's interesting. So let's do that. All right, so we'll have that playing the whole time. So now let's see how our game looks so far. Ah! Oh, wow. Oh, so we have the howling going on in the background. So we need to change, we didn't change this to the dance song. So there we go. Now it'll stop howling. Oh, there we go. We got our points and the end of the game and our hearts. And that is how you make a Flappy Bird-like game. All right. Have fun.